Hello and welcome to The Adventures of a Ginger and a Blonde, the podcast.
Today we are calling our episode Have Blog Will Juice, and we are doing an honest review of a 3-day juice cleanse that we did, I guess, in this last month.
It'll be a very honest review, so hold on to your tits.
Yeah. So after the Barcelona trip, which hopefully you've listened to all of those episodes.
If not, stop what you're doing, go back.
Listen. But once we got home, we had so many tapas, so much wine. We had been talking before the trip about doing a juice cleanse, but we knew after Barcelona we really wanted to try one because we've heard a lot about them. We've researched them, and we thought, let's do this.
Yeah. Post-vacay, you kind of need to detox a little bit. You've been eating a lot, drinking a lot, traveling. And plus, we know there's a lot of benefits to juice cleanses. We've done our research, right?
Yeah. They say...
they being the professionals.
The experts say that benefits of a juice cleanse might be that it could support your immune system functioning, helps with the gut health, obviously detoxification, that it is a great way to get some easily absorbed nutrients, that you might have some mental clarity and an energy boost, that it could be good for your skin and hair, and then obviously the reason some people do it might be weight loss or to de-bloat, which was not really what we were after. We weren't after weight loss.
I think I wanted to do it mostly for detoxing and maybe de-bloating because,
I was feeling like, even though I take probiotics and vitamins and I try to eat healthy, for me it was more about trying to kind of detox and help with my gut health.
Yeah, find a balance a little bit.
Yeah.
So just some initial thoughts. We, did our research on a few different companies, but really Clean Juice in Charleston is like the most, well-known.
It's one of the only local and one of the most well-known in the area.
Yeah. So we had known other people that did it, and it's very expensive. We did a 3-day cleanse, and we actually got it for the cost of 2 days.
They were doing a special at the time.
Yeah, which was awesome, which is 18 juices a person, 6 juices a day. It's all like, what is that, cold-pressed, fresh?
And they're all organic, and they firmly believe that it should be organic if you're going to do a cleanse, because since you're condensing so many vegetables and fruits and things, if there was any pesticides or anything like that, that could be really harmful in the cleanse.
Yeah,
so organic
taken a lot in. Yeah, and I think Clean Juice is one of the only like completely organic juices.
Yeah,
as far as the research that I have done, which isn't super extensive, so don't mark my words on that.
We're gonna link some other cleanse company options.
Yeah.
This one was definitely on the high end as far as expense.
Yes, it was. And we had to pick them up ourselves, which a lot you can get delivered to your door. But, maybe after this you'll take a look at some of these. Maybe you won't.
We paid $126, which was, again, the price for 2 days.
Yep, and we got the 3rd day free. So
$186 would have been the price for the full 3 days, which... I felt like $126 was really expensive, but $186
so did our husbands.
Wrap my head around. Yeah. Tyler was like, "What?"
Yes, but you think about groceries. 3 days worth of groceries. I definitely would never spend $126 unless I was eating like a queen.
I had to really calculate that into my budget.
I'll tell you what I all right. Real talk.
Oh, so we were personally, and I would think you were too. I was really excited. We picked them up, actually, Ed picked them up on Sunday, and we got them, and I was really excited to get going. I was very antsy to, see how it kind of played out.
Yeah. I wasn't. I was dreading it, truthfully.
Were you really?
Well, I love food, and so...
Well, I love food, too. I think I was excited to see, how different I would feel.
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing, reading about all of the benefits and how it can give us more energy and make us more clear-headed. And then we started.
Dun, dun, dun.
What are your during thoughts?
Okay. So during the process, first, I think we ought to tell them what the juices were.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
as Ashley mentioned, there were 6 juices a day, and there was a particular order you were supposed to drink them in, and you
Yes.
were supposed to drink them roughly 2.5 to 3 hours apart. There was a rhyme and a reason for
We
the
don't
juices
ask
in order, but
questions.
we don't know what they were.
We're just rule followers.
We are. So the first one in the morning was the sweet green. And I guess we'll talk more about their taste later. But
Yeah.
the first one was the sweet green. The second one was the orange juice. The third was the regular green juice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The fourth was a yellow, aka spicy lemonade. And then for dinner, I guess, about that time, was the red. Whew. And then your end of the night was this
Fan
white,
favorite.
Yes, hands down, the white juice.
Right. So we felt like 3 out of the 6 juices didn't make
suck.
us want to die.
Didn't make me want to cry every time I
Right.
put it to my lips.
So I feel like for me, the sweet green.
Yes. It was sweet.
It was manageable.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all. The orange was obviously delicious.
The orange was very good. It had orange, carrot, pineapple, and turmeric.
That one would have been great sitting by a pool
Yes.
with booze.
With champagne, vodka.
Yes.
Any
that
of
would have
it.
been so good. And then obviously the white was
Oh my gosh.
such a treat.
It really was. I'm glad we got to end the night with the white one, which was, it tasted essentially like a snickerdoodle in a liquid form.
It was delicious.
It was.
But I personally struggled a lot because the juices, the first 2 of the day were decent. And then there was
Oh,
the
gosh.
3 in the middle before I got to the white that were so hard for me to stomach and
Yes.
just get down. And so a lot of the day felt
Like it was in slow motion, just
Yes.
trying to get through it. I
Oh my
agree.
God.
I felt like I was living for the next juice. But then during
Just to
that
get it
middle part of
done.
the day, yeah, like truly, I love beets, and that beet juice, I think I have PTSD. Like I don't know that I'll ever be able to eat beets like I used to.
well, and the funny thing, I 100% agree. The beet one was
Mm-hmm.
disgusting. On the 3rd night, I almost could not stomach that beet
Yes.
juice. And luckily, I think I had Marco Polo'd Ashley.
You did.
And Ed hopped on and he was like, remember how expensive that beet juice is.
You are not a quitter, and you are not someone who throws money away. Waste not, want not.
Yeah.
You know this.
And once I figured what that juice costs per bottle, I went, you're right. I cannot just not drink this
you took
juice.
it like a champ.
It was horrible.
Oh gosh.
God, it was awful.
And so Jesse's experience with it is a little different than mine.
For sure.
Um,
But overall, I think we both collectively felt like, what the actual F have we done
Yeah,
to ourselves?
yeah.
Why
Like,
did we make this choice?
I think my biggest thing was I wanted to feel better, and truthfully, I felt weak and feeble and ice cold.
and cranky.
So
AF.
hungry. And just like no one could do right by me. I felt like somewhere along the way the world had wronged me, and that's why I was where I was.
And I felt for Ashley because I was on summer break at the time. So like I chose those days, the first 2, to paint my bedroom, which was good because that was an individual
Solo
alone
dolo.
activity, and you had to go to work and interact with people. And I feel like hangry and interacting with people, that does not
Oh
mix.
no, not at all. So sorry to anyone I interacted with on those days.
And you know what else was funny that I think, did you not feel like, even though it was 3 days, it felt like we hadn't eaten in weeks?
Oh my gosh, I felt like I was on the show Survivor, and I had made it a year without whole food. Like I remember waking up the 3rd day and being like, well, am I a hero? I think I am.
But the anticipation
Oh,
of eating food again after the 3rd day,
yeah. Just
Was-
made you want to savor it.
I think day 1, I came out of it feeling not strong, but I
But
felt like, okay,
excited
cool.
still.
Yeah. I can ride this train. And then day 2, for some reason, was a huge crash.
Yeah.
It was the worst day by far.
Hands down. I felt sick
Like, what have I done with my life?
Truthfully, it was probably my body detoxing. I mean, like, what are these vegetables?
I wanted to take all my juices back and ask for my money.
I did too. And maybe break them on the front of the store.
And then also get a cheeseburger on the way home.
With fries. Lots of fries.
Well, and then, so afterwards, like Ashley said, like our experiences, there was a lot of similarities, but there were some differences.
Yes.
I personally, if nothing else, I 100% was cleaned out. I basically pooped my pants for 3 days straight.
Oh my gosh. She did. She kept poloing me. And being
It wasn't
like,
normal.
Is it normal to be pooping this much? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not. Like, I think I'm the abnormal one because everything I read, it's essentially supposed to clean you out, like, from the inside. So I think something's wrong with my gut. I mean, I was, like, going to the bathroom, like, normal.
And maybe we were on polar opposite extremes, and maybe we're supposed to be somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
well,
it was painful on my end.
Yeah, Jesse.
Literally.
Quite literally. My end was on fire.
Oh, but Jen, then also just like the true effects we were talking about of hangry and hanger.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a real thing, and it sets in strong.
And so I think our biggest thing, like truthfully, what our husbands should have done is they should have stayed together for 3 days, and we should have stayed together for 3 days.
I felt bad for Tyler.
Oh, well, that's sweet. I was pissed at Ed. And it doesn't make any sense, guys. And I know that everyone's like, why is she mad at him? He got to eat food. And I know we did this to ourselves, but I remember specifically one night him making something on the stove and coming over on the couch and eating it. And I just remember looking at him and being like, this is over.
I am leaving. I actually, one night, what did we make? Maybe it was Polish dinner. I actually helped Tyler make
You're such a better woman than I am.
Polish dinner. And those pierogies in that butter, when I had to sit down and drink, even though it was the white juice, I had to sit down and drink white juice while he ate Polish dinner. And I just thought, he goes, oh man, this is so good. Thanks for your help. And he was being kind, and I just wanted to stab him in the face.
Oh, I hope it's good. I hope it doesn't give you a tummy ache.
It wouldn't suck if you dropped it all on the floor.
Yes, that was a very real feeling. And like anytime I saw anyone eating, I just wanted to slap the food right out of their hand.
Well, and also, I know Ashley you texted me maybe the second night, because I did it the third day for sure, but I think you texted me the second night, and we both had been Instagramming food porn.
Oh my gosh.
Guys. Again, you would think we had not eaten in weeks, but
I can't tell you the amount of time that I spent on Instagram looking at pictures of food. Just thinking, I can't wait until this shit is over so I can eat this.
Oh, and I don't want to make jokes, but you would have thought I was on death row.
Oh
Because I was planning my first meal.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it was going to be my last
Yes.
almost. Like I was like, oh my God. And then I'm going to have this and this and
everything I love.
All in one day.
Well, and then we did...
Which I know is not the right way to think about it, but...
We did a very foolish thing.
Very foolish.
Our last day, we ended up doing a full Trader Joe's haul.
Well, Ashley, it landed on her day off, which was Wednesday, and so I was already off. So we thought, we had plans to go to Mount Pleasant. We thought, well, we're not here very often. We've got to go to Trader Joe's.
We need to take advantage.
So we each spent about, $150 a piece.
At a minimum.
You would have thought we were on, what was that show back in the day? Supermarket Sweep?
Yes, it was that.
We were filling the cart like there was no tomorrow.
We were dying. Everything we saw, I was like, I don't even like it. Put it in my cart. Go for it. Let's do this.
You know how they say you should not go to the grocery store when you're hungry? You should not go when you're on a cleanse.
Ever. When you're juicing. And then we actually saw like cold pressed juices in the store, and I wanted to throw them all on the ground.
I think we talked to him. I think we told him to F off.
We did. Anyone looking at him, I was like, it's not worth it. Don't do it.
Don't do that to your body.
It sucks.
Yeah, it was something.
Mm-hmm.
And
it really was.
I did not personally feel mental clarity.
I felt jumbled.
I felt like my mind was moving at rapid pace. Like there were squirrels inside
like
moving
limitless.
all over. but I could not focus on any one thing.
Yep.
I didn't even feel like I could formulate sentences very well.
Yeah.
It was a good thing I was by myself a lot of the time.
Yeah. See, the only thing I could focus on was food. So it's, healthy in one way, healthy in the other.
Oh.
Yeah. But, and also we would recommend if you're going to do a cleanse, do it with someone.
Oh, 100%.
Because had I not had Jesse in this experience, one, I would have quit a long time ago. By a long time ago, I mean my first sip of my juice. Like, it's not worth
That's
it.
sweet green. No, thank you.
Nope. And then you also have, like, you know, misery loves company.
Well, I think it was probably, I don't know, I would hope our husbands would vouch for this, but I would think we probably complained less than we normally would have to them and more to each other, because I knew you were dealing with the same thing I was.
But you were super intentional about not complaining about it to Tyler because you'd spend money, and I was trying to, like, channel my inner Jessie every time I saw Ed eat a snack. But
I was like, I chose this, you chose this, and then I was like, why the F would I choose this?
Yeah, this was the biggest mistake. But I mean, to be fair, I feel like we did get some good takeaways. Like, how often I eat when I'm not really hungry was kind of surprising. Like, every time I come home from work, even if I'm not hungry, I'm like, what can I have for a little snack?
Yeah.
You know, like, and without fail.
I'm bored, I think I'll eat.
Yeah, or if I'm watching TV, I feel like I need to have some kind of snack or drink in hand, and that's probably not the case.
Right. That's true.
We may have ended up saving money by not, I don't know, going out to anything fun during those 3 days.
Saved money. That was very expensive.
Yeah. Well, Ed and I like to go out, and we couldn't for those 3 days because I was like, I'm not going to go out and watch you eat.
Oh, that was it was, truthfully, not to sound like a lush, but I'm a lush, but it was like no booze. Like, I mean, how many of you all in the evening come home and you have just like a glass of wine or a beer with your dinner? And so it felt like part of my routine.
It was completely thrown.
And then I just couldn't have it. And I was like, oh, screw you.
Yeah. And then to know that we did this to ourselves, it wasn't like because we were sick.
No, no one put me on restriction. I did it to myself.
Yeah. But overall, lessons learned. I think if you're going to do it, you need to go in with the mentality that, like, it's not for weight loss. It's not, you're not going to, like,
You're not Beyonce. You're not getting ready for an event.
Exactly. And, you know.
Would you do it again?
I think I would. I think I would try.
I wouldn't do this cleanse again.
Yeah, I think I would try something different, like different flavors, just because 3 of these, like, I truly don't think I can put beets in my mouth for a very long time because of that red juice.
The yellow one was the hardest for me. There was something about it. I had tried to do the yellow juice on its own. I had read this mixture before. It was water with cayenne, maple syrup, lemon, and y'all, something about the cayenne, I couldn't do it. And in college, I tried to do this mixture.
Oof.
And so I had nightmares about it when I saw that it was going to be part of this cleanse. And it was
rightfully so.
It was just as bad as I remember it. But you didn't hate that one as much as you hated the beet one.
I didn't. But I poured everything in, like, wine glasses, and I really tried to do like the power of, you know, imagination, positive thinking. Right. So I would recommend that if you're going to go for it. Again, have a partner to do it with. Don't have any fun activities planned because you're not going to do it.
No.
Or you're going to break it.
100%. Find a partner, but also know that you're not going to want to be too social.
No.
Because temptation is hard.
Yeah. Every social event really revolves around food and drink.
In some way, shape, or form.
And you don't want to be that person that's like, oh no, I'm just like going to drink my juice. And if you are, stop doing
that. Cut it out. But also, I think, like I said, I wouldn't do this cleanse again. If I was going to do one, there's so many different brands out there where you can have your cleanse like shipped to you, which, like I said, we'll link some just so you can take a look at them. But their juices are still in a certain order, but they're different. And so I think more research into why they've chosen to do the juices they do might be interesting for whatever your purpose is.
Right. And to know that a juice cleanse is not for every person. You know, like if you have like blood sugar issues.
The next time I want to detox, I might just eat really leafy greens and lean protein for several days.
I should probably do that anyway, truthfully.
Right, but I mean, like, for all my meals. You know how, like, I just think that could also detox me after a vacay.
Yeah, for sure. And probably be a lot cheaper. You can buy chicken breast. Nothing. Yeah.
Boobies cost nothing.
Those boobies are cheap. Yeah, so that's kind of our honest review. Hopefully it doesn't like deter you from trying it, but we're just trying to keep it real with you guys.
We don't want you to go into it and think it's going to be glorious.
I think we kind of went in with like rose-colored glasses.
I kind of, truthfully, I didn't go into it with weight loss in mind, but I also thought that my after effect would be miraculous. And I don't mean just like how I looked in pictures, because we did take pictures just for bloating purposes to see how that was affected, which for me, I don't think it was a huge difference, but I just thought I was going to feel so great, and I didn't feel so great.
Yeah.
I was cleaned out, but I didn't feel so great.
And at least you were cleaned out. I wasn't cleaned out, and I felt average at best. So, I mean, take with that what you will, I guess. If you're going to give it a shot, we'd love to hear how your experience is, because obviously it works for people, because people do it all the time.
There are people that, really believe in it. And I'm not saying that I think it's silly or phony or whatever, but there are people that do it consistently every few months for different reasons.
Maybe we should try that. We'll do it for the blog. Do anything for the blog.
I'm gonna need a cheaper one.
But I won't do that. That's true.
No. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode and you took a few little tidbits from it.
Little nuggets of knowledge.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And, we always like to keep it real.
Yeah.
We'll continue to keep it real, and we will see you next week.
Peace out.
Peace out.